spears! Excuse me.
You're good.
Alright. Left, right, left, right.
Go!
Hello, interwebs, and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations. My name's SkiniMini.
And I'm Pharaoh.
Last episode, we finally debunked, Larry's, embarrassing reason why he was going down the chimney. Because he's crazy.
Simple as that, really, yeah.
Yeah, so, and now Lang's like, oh, but we gotta, he's still not off the hook because of the murder weapon. It's a samurai spear, so now it's time to debunk that. So let's do this. Why Larry, Agent Lang?
I was the one who found the body of the victim, Damas II. Beside him was a samurai sword, glittering red, and offering up the scent of blood. It was supposed to be in the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I found it in here instead. Plus, I found a murder weapon's owner, the suspect Larry Butts, in here too. Isn't it a bit far-fetched to accuse someone simply on the basis of ownership? But this owner wanted to sneak onto the crime scene. I think that's plenty to go on, don't you?
Hold it!
If you're alluding to his reason for being by the chimney, well, we've already established that.
Knuckle back!
Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. You two are long-term friends, right? Who's to say you didn't fabricate the evidence to give him an alibi? You're accusing me of fabricating evidence.
He's already been through that mess.
I know. Don't bring up. Shoot.
You see him? He's like all pissed. Like, you are accusing me of fabricating evidence? Oh my god, I can just see him about to blow.
Big time. You think I can believe anything you produce? Forging evidence is all you prosecutors do. Huh. This man has some serious issues with prosecutors. But come on, I can't think of something as complicated as that. Right, Edgy? Larry, I can agree, but I know you and your personality well. However, Agent Lang knows nothing about you. Or me, for that matter. I sense his hatred for my entire profession emanating from his entire being. Meaning that the only way I can prove Larry's innocence is to present irrefutable evidence.
Rebuttal.
Okay. But...
Okay, so, I was the one who found the masked body, so samurai sword glittering red, everything of blood. Sorry. It was supposed to be in the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead. Found the murder weapon's owner, suspect Larry Butts in here too. Okay, what evidence we got? Oh man, my nose hurts. Okay.
No.
No!
No! We haven't done that in a while. No!
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 Oh god. Wait a minute.
Well, see, here's the interesting here. It says, when I'm looking at the samurai sword description, weapon that's used on stage is thought to be what killed Damas II.
Oh,
I don't know.
To it. Have actually a knife, you have a Jurassic key, there it is. Check it. Okay, I thought we could like flip it over or whatever. So I guess should we present on this statement the plus I found the murder weapon?
Well, I don't know if we want to present her or not yet.
Should we press? I feel like we should press. Just press.
Alright.
Hey.
Well, which statement?
Oh, the plus I found the murder weapon.
Okay. Just because he's the owner of the weapon, therefore he must be the killer, is it? No. Climbing all the way up to the chimney is plenty suspicious in my book as well.
Objection!
Regarding that, I have already drawn the truth out, and the truth is one thing I don't bend.
Knuckle back!
It doesn't matter if it's you or whoever. You prosecutors are all the same. As for me, prosecutors are one thing I don't trust in.
Objection! An agent who doesn't trust prosecutors? What are you playing at?
Sorry, sis. There are only two things I trust. My subordinates and evidence at the crime scene. Agent Lang hates prosecutors, but as long as he trusts evidence that has been left at the crime scene, then there is something I can show him that he can believe in. It's simply not possible that Samurai Sword is a real murder weapon, so I should focus on proving that point to Agent Lang first.
Huh. So we gotta. Okay. That was one body. Besides him is his blood. Supposed to be in the Steel Samurai dressing room, but I found it here instead. Plus I found my Huh. It's used on stage, so I mean, I wouldn't think. I mean, it could be a stage sword.
Well, actually, do you know what I wanted to say when I was checking the sword? It looks very rubbery, and
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because it's the game or whatever, but it doesn't look like I can kill somebody with it.
Well, in the little icon, it does look kind of sharp, but if you check it, it looks really fake.
It was a like, you know,
Okay.
like.
Ew.
So I tried making a rubber noise.
That first off, bro.
Instead of making that noise, I sounded like the damn putties from Power Rangers.
Oh my god.
It was the best thing on Twitch when they were marathoning all the shows, because anytime a putty would show up on screen, they would type in WLUB over and over. Okay, so what should we do?
Well, we have really no evidence, any other evidence besides the sword to present to him that would be beneficial for us, because, I mean, first of all, we use everything else, but, it's the only thing that makes sense. So I'm like, should we present I'm not sure if we should present the sword at that area where we pressed, or if we should present it on, it was supposed to be in the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead. Or actually on besides him, the samurai sword. Glittering red, offering the scent of blood.
Glittering red offering. I feel like this might be the statement, but I'm wondering if we should learn more, or should we just present? I don't know.
I don't know. You know, I'm probably getting too ahead of ourselves. Let's go and press.
Beside him?
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me, but glittering red and offering up the scent of blood. Do I have to spell it out for you? I mean the sight and smell of blood, of course. And according to the test, the blood on the sword belongs to the victim. The sword was made to only be used on stage, so it's not sharp. But it is pretty weighty. It's certainly heavy enough to beat someone to death with. Which leads me to suspect that the victim was beaten to death with the sword. Beaten to death, huh? This last statement is too important to just let it slip by. Beside him was a samurai samurai sword covered in the victim's blood. I suspect he beat the victim to death with that thing.
Okay, but that doesn't make sense because... Hold on. Let me go do it. I got it. I can do this. I can do this.
You can do this.
Where is it? Oh, we didn't get an autopsy report. I'm so used to that. Hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
Says by the murder. Passion. Okay. Hollow. Sending request. Letter from Star. Undershirt. Samurai dogs. Says we're by the fire. Oh, we don't have our cause of death. That's Manny Cochin's body. Oh my god, what if it's like swapped? That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Ow. Hold on. I can do this.
Okay.
Maybe not. I was just kidding. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to think.
That's all good.
Okay, so we don't have a little thing that says what he was, if he was like stabbed or beat. But let me see, what does it say? That's 5th floor ambassador's office. Okay, I suspect he beat the victim to death with that thing. It was supposed to be in the Steel Samurai. Okay, so that was in between. Beside him with the Steel Samurai blood. Okay, so oh my god, I'm retarded.
No, you're not.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I shouldn't use retarded. It's heavy enough, but I mean, it's used on. I don't know. Huh?
There's one piece of evidence that you can look at to see, because the main thing I think we're trying to prove here is he's saying that he suspects the victim was beat to death with that thing. We need to figure out how that just can't be possible. How can we prove that he wasn't beat to death?
How can we prove that he wasn't beat to death? Well, let's see. Oh my god, I'm so hyped up on drugs. Allergy drugs. Sick drugs that's legal and healthy for you.
That's legal, taxable, given to us by the American government.
Oh god, that's worse! No, I'm just kidding. Okay, samurai spear with the subject suspect beat the victim to death with the thing. Let's just do that. Let's use this. Go.
Gah.
Gah. That looks creepy with the little plant behind him.
Oh wow, yeah. What the hell? Great, that's all I'm focusing on now. Great, thanks.
You're welcome.
Do you know what this is, Agent Lang? It's a long spear, right? We used to use those a lot in my country a long time ago. Piercing, mowing people down. Spears are the weapon of heroes throughout history.
It's the next most effective weapon after the whip.
I think the whip is in a slightly different category.
Whoa, it's Edwin?
I could do some Ultra Despair Girls references, but... So, what's your point? Are you gonna tell me that the spear is a real weapon? No, I simply want you to take a look at the section here. The way it's bent. Precisely. Apparently, a certain troublemaker hit it against the wall in this embassy earlier. And as you can clearly see, the insides of the Steel Samurai's weapons are hollow. In other words, they're replicas that aren't strong enough to deliver a damaging blow. Let alone the multiple strikes necessary to bludgeon someone to death. And yet, there's not even a dent in the samurai sword. How do you explain that? Ayah!
Oh my god.
Those wavelengths, though. Oh yeah! The sword and the spear are made of the same stuff, so they bend easily. But I wish they'd make them out as better stuff, because the spear got bent. I wasn't able to do my special early summer rain jab move. Man, I got such an earful from the director of the play for not doing it in the show. The Steel Samurai special move was changed tonight because of him?
Aw, he's so disappointed.
Like, I was looking forward to it, damn it. Ouch!
That's more than enough of your whiny whimpering. Now, back on topic of the spear.
Yes, let's return to the real topic of discussion here. This is where the real gamble begins. I don't have a real strategy per se, so all I can do for now is let the chips fall where they may.
Using guesswork and taking risks in place of real logic is hardly the Von Karma way. It's neither smart nor very clever.
Miss Von Karma, as you know, unlike your father, I am not a genius prosecutor. Plus, I doubt his record of a 40-year win streak will ever be broken. I mean, okay, I understand Von Karma was a total douche and everything and evil. Kind of a low blow, though, to take on Francisco, though.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Ellipses.
But perhaps it is for the best if it remains unbroken. For no one should have conceived of the notion to convict all defendants in the first place.
Objection!
What a foolishly foolish statement from a foolish fool who hates to lose. It's the job of a prosecutor to make sure that all defendants are found guilty in court. There is nothing more important in this world than a perfect victory.
Hold it!
That may be your opinion, however, I don't believe that's all we are. As a prosecutor, what I pursue is not the perfect victory, but the perfect truth. And if that means that the bridge I must cross will crumble beneath my feet, shut up!
All around the world, statues crumble for me.
Now, I was talking to you, I was talking to my Echo, because she was about to say something.
Oh.
Because I'm not sure how to stop her. I mean, I could say quiet or whatever, but a lot of times I have to say shut up. Especially when I wake up in the morning because I use her as my alarm clock. I'm like, shut up! Then let it crumble as I walk on towards the truth.
Knuckle back!
You're good at keeping me entertained, Mr. Prosecutor. But you know, humans are delicate creatures. Case in point, the slightest bump and we expire. I'd like you to consider, if you will, the possibility that the sword was used in such a way that the attack killed the Master Second without bending it.
But how, though?
Right, what? So, what do you think of my hypothetical scenario?
It's horse doo-doo.
Okay. I think you know what to do here, right? And what you need? Of course. What I need is evidence even Agent Lane can't refute. This is it. It's time to bring this to a close. In the next episode.
What? Don't you dare.
Okay.
Why Larry, part 2?
It's possible to use a samurai sword to kill someone. And under these circumstances, it's the only logical conclusion. We search the embassy, top to bottom, but the victim's blood is only on that weapon. So isn't it only natural that suspicion would fall onto the owner of said weapon? How long do you intend to cling onto the preposterous theory? As long as I want, because we examine every corner within the walls of this embassy. There's no stone that we've left unturned. And we have only managed to come up with only one logical conclusion. That the only place inside this embassy with the victim's blood on it is a sword.
Hold it!
You left no stone unturned. Is that a fact?
Knuckle back!
If you've got something to say, then say it in the only way I respect, Mr. Prosecutor. Yes, of course. In that case, allow me to make it all crystal clear for you. Do you think you understand where it's going?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm dying.
That's not okay.
Okay, so under these circumstances, so we have to present something because Edgeworth is all dramatic like that. We searched the embassy top to bottom, but the victim's blood is only on that weapon, so is it only natural the suspicion would fall to the owner of said weapon? Well, that's the case. Oh.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You know what I'm really thinking? I feel... I feel like... I don't know why I feel like the Babyloese knife handles and the Albastian? Is that how you say it?
I believe so.
I feel like those are connected to this too as well, but like what if that blood on the knife is actually Damascus's blood?
Did they not do tests on that?
I don't know, it didn't say. Was this carried across country line? Yes, possibly. Sorry, okay. Okay. So is it only natural suspicion would fall into the owner of said weapon? No.
Oh, did you press on that? I'm sorry.
Sorry. No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's press on that. Sorry.
Hold it!
It's only natural.
Yeah.
And what if you were to find a different murder weapon? Would that clear Larry's name?
Not so fast!
Or you say you can prove the possibility? Of course. If you don't believe that I can, then I'll show you something to convince you. Evidence that you cannot refute.
Oh, okay, it's pretty much the same thing.
Sounds like fun, Mr. Prosecutor. Alright then, go ahead and show me what you got. I can prove to you the possibility that the murder weapon is something else, but I cannot do so on my strength alone.
Miles Edgeworth, what are you running straight in? Whoa, wait. What are you running straight into a quagmire for?
Giggity!
Oh my god. I was not expecting that. I thought you said you were busy in pursuit of the perfect truth. And if that's the case, then show me this perfect truth if it exists at all.
Don't worry. Thanks to you, I've already prepared myself to do just that.
There's no need to thank me. I'm simply doing what any good superior would do.
Huh. I suppose you are. Very well then. I will show you the possibility of a different murder weapon.
Okay. So it's pretty much the same thing what he said earlier.
Yeah, but I guess like the big thing we gotta take here is we gotta prove that the possibility that are you okay?
Yeah, I accidentally pressed it again, so I'm just going through the dialogue again. There we go.
Oh, okay. So the big thing I think we have to focus here is we need to prove that another murder weapon possibly exists. Now, remember that Lang says they searched top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't find the victim's blood. But man, that can't. Seems like something's off there. We got to prove another murder weapon.
Oh, you know what I think it is? Which one is it? The what's it called? The gold statue thing, the Primo statue.
And why do you think that is?
Because in this photo with the steel samurai, it's facing the opposite way than what we examined it.
And what else do we know about the Primo statues?
It is heavy as fudge.
Very true. What else though?
It was moved during. There's signs showing it was moved during the murder.
Nah, remember the whole thing about moving the statue. Period.
Oh, no one's supposed to touch it.
So remember how he says that we searched the embassy top to bottom. The victim's blood is only on that weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Did they really search top to bottom?
No, obviously.
So what should we do?
Present the Primo statue.
Not yet.
Not yet. Dang it! I'm getting ahead of myself.
You're very. I mean.
Oh, sorry. It's the. Go back. Hold on. It's on the first page. Oh, dang. No, where? Oh, jeez. We gotta do the embassy guide, yeah?
Well, I guess what I'm getting at here is like I'm not sure we should jump straight into presenting just yet. You have it all figured out.
Yeah.
Well, now we need to.
Oh, we need to do steps.
Move into that, yes.
Okay, so we have to keep pressing then? Okay, we search. Okay, then let's press on. We search the embassy top to bottom.
Okay.
Hold it!
The only place where you can find blood was on a samurai sword. That's right, even with luminol, which means that there are no other possibilities outside of what I've already outlined. Do I have a problem with Agent Lang's assertion that the samurai sword is the weapon?
Yes, raise an objection.
If you believe that there is no other door or possibility left to open, then allow me to force one open for you.
Not so fast!
Ah, my nose! And how do you plan to do that? By showing you what may possibly be the real murder weapon.
Not so fast!
The real murder weapon. I hate to repeat myself, but my men have already searched every last inch of this embassy. And they've concluded that nothing else could have been used as a weapon. Knowing these facts, do you still want to press forward with your little hypothesis? Of course, because it's not possible that your men inspected everything in the investigation.
Knock him back.
What are you talking about? I don't appreciate mind games, and I don't appreciate it when people like you slander my men.
Hold it.
I'm not slandering them, I assure you. I'm merely pointing out that the investigative dragnet has a few holes in it. Namely, that there is something your men couldn't even lay a finger on. And that item is a real murder weapon. Alrighty then. I'll play along for now. This real weapon that killed the Master Second. What exactly is it? The real murder weapon, which not a single person has yet to touch, is this.
Now it's the. Oh wait. Crap. Which one? Which room are we in? The Primada or the Alabaster, or the Babyliss? We're in the Alabaster, right?
Yes.
Okay, that one.
Take that.
Freaking! I was like, it's the god. Oh crap! Which one is it?
It's one of the statues. It's the statue.
It's the statue.
It's the statue. Yeah. Excuse me, ma'am. What was that? It's the statue.
Oh god.
The national treasure of Alabas. You mean the Primada statue? Yes, and as you know, only the ambassador and the secretariat may touch it. Which, I believe, means that neither you nor your men were able to examine it, correct?
Knock him back.
You know very well if we did that, there'd be an international incident between the Kingdom of Alabas and the Republic of Babal. The two countries' precarious relationship teeters in balance over a stupid fight relating to a sovereignty statue. And I'll be damned if I let something go unexamined.
Hold it.
Agent Lang, if you could take a look at this. The direction of the statue is facing just before and after the crime are different. And there's only one conclusion I can draw from that. Go look for Ambassador Alba and get him to give us the okay to examine the statue. And Shifu, you can't listen to this infidel's words. He's most definitely trying to trick you. Shifu, please don't. Let's be rational about this. Lang Z says, just go already. Yes, sir. Shifu. Yeah. I'm really sorry, sir, but I was unable to convince the ambassador. I was unable to obtain permission for us to examine the Primada statue. I see.
Wait, but then the investigation is at a standstill. Agent Lang, I will go and speak with the ambassador personally.
Save your breath. He may act all weak and frail, but the old man's got his one tough cookie. But I guess you've got to be tough when you're representing a whole country, you know? Agent Lang, what do you want? Just hurry up and examine the statue already.
Whoa, what?
What? But Shifu, what about causing the international incident? Quiet! I'll take the fall if I have to later.
Hold it.
Agent Lang, the hypothesis is mine, so if someone is taking responsibility, let it be me. Responsibility? If we're going to take in such heavy terms, maybe I should let you. It'd be a real problem for my men if something were to happen to me. Alright then. Less talk and more investigating. If we want to know the truth, we can't stop here. Action must be taken. Agent Lang, I'd like to run a luminol test on the statue.
Ah, no. It's
Come on.
chemiluminescence.
Yay, that word. Chemiluminescence test on the statue.
Good job.
Just gotta break down those words.
Yay!
A luminol test. I'll get thinking. The statue is a murder weapon, and some of the victim's blood should be on it. Okay. Let's get a forensics team in there. Blood! Looks like you hit the jackpot, Mr. Prosecutor. I guess it means that this is a real weapon that killed the Master II. Indeed! I won't celebrate yet if I were you. This doesn't let your friend off the hook. It doesn't prove that he didn't kill the Master II, so the charge remains. We are hardly done examining the statue, Agent Lang. Knowing that it is a real weapon, I believe further examination is required. You think so? Okay then, knock yourself out.
Oh, okay. I kind of want to keep going, but I don't know. I feel like we're about to be at a to be continued part.
What time are we at?
Like 34 minutes, but that's not without cuts.
Right. Yeah, I say keep going. I think we're almost there.
Good, because I found a handprint underneath it.
Oh! I don't know why I did it like that.
Oh!
Okay then.
Alright.
What do we have here? This dirty smudge. It looks like a handprint. What's a definitive bit of evidence like you doing under here? Looks like we got some fingerprints to analyze. Worst case scenario, these prints belong to Larry. But it looks like it's too late for me to do anything about that now.
Boop, 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 boop.
Hey, forensics guy! I want results on these fingerprints ASAP! Do you hear me? Agent Lang, I have the analysis results, sir. Good. And? Sir, about the prints we lifted from the bottom of the statue. Well, you know the victim of the murder in the Babalese embassy? The prints belong to him, to Mr. Manny Cochin, sir.
What?
But that's... What's going on around here? No, that's impossible. Each Premedal statue can only be handled by someone of that country. But by the very fact that Mr. Cochin's fingerprints are on this one, it leads me to only one conclusion. This statue is actually Babal's Premedal statue.
I knew it! I was thinking about that too! Impossible! It can't be!
But... Larry never once set foot on Babalese soil, so he was free to go. However, this new piece of information only served to confuse us even further. The ringleader of the smuggling operation was killed with an Albastian knife in Babal. And Damas II was killed in Albastian soil, Babal's national treasure. And the mystery of the great thief Yalagarasu, who visited both countries. The pieces were there, but I had yet to see the big picture they were to form.
Oh!
Huh.
Okay, well, I'm glad we cleared that up. Cause oh boy.
Oh man.
Oh my god. That was interesting. It was long, but I mean, that's kind of a doozy.
It is. I wonder how to see. We'll see what happens, because I honestly forgot myself.
Well, it's bad for me, so I don't know. But I have theories. We'll see.
Okay. We'll see.
So, yeah, in the next episode, I guess we'll hopefully finish up this case, which I have a feeling we probably won't. But we'll see. Thank you guys so very much for watching. And if no one's told you that they love you today, we do.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
Were you like falling there? Like, bye.
Bye. Wait, no.
Okay.